is embedded in history. The majority of time, and really the core value of my work, the first inspiration, because I love stories, comes from the crossing of the Atlantic. And because that crossing, you know, so much of the work that I do is definitely defined by what I call the concept of movement, the encounter, and the accumulation. When I talk about accumulation, that's when I start tackling about the ethnicity, how fluid our ethnicity is, you know, really what is the outcome, what kind of outcome, and it's not something really defined. So it is a lot about the idea of like many layers, and that many layers I use it conceptually and also formally. And right now, in this exhibition that I am doing with my sister Iliana Emilia, is actually something that is also very informed by our own history together. When we were a leader, we had this little place that's called La Salita at the house of my grandmother. And La Salita was kind of like a space in the house where we were allowed not only to gather, but also to play. My cousins and I, we are artists and we are also in theater, so we started there creating plays, inventing things, me doing paintings. So basically what we're doing right now today with this exhibition is actually gathering together again in a space. So at this moment it's a visual playground. So this is one of maybe the second collaboration we've been doing lately, but this is the first time we create a piece that is together.
My work is rooted in the things that we cannot touch, we can measure, like the memories we carry, the traditions we cherish, the unknown distances between home and place, longing, identity. And I'm very actually obsessed with that sense of being here and there. And the chair has become the instrument for me to tell the stories. I'm very keen in actually finding a balance between what is home, what is a place, and also the power that we have and the emotional history attached to it. In the occasion after working with Scherezade for the exhibition Landed, that is actually our second collaboration, even though it's the first one that we making a piece especially for that together. Very interesting project. We actually named it Landed because we have been moving back and forth. We always talk about human movements. We talk about the liquid path. I talk about these chairs going from one thing to the other, always, you know, traveling. But we are so rooted in what we are, on where we come from, that we actually thought that Landed, it was actually a good word to describe how we feel, where we feel at home and what is comfort for us. La Salita, this is actually the project that we're actually doing in collaboration, is the place in my grandmother's house where we were led to do whatever we wanted. Our cousins and us, we were just basically there inventing, creating, painting. They didn't look at the Salita because they knew that we were there making projects. We were actually almost recreating that sense of comfort, of belonging, of home, in a place that doesn't exist anymore. But I think we can actually, we're able to recreate it in a way, in our best language, that is visually.